everyone.
Hello, guys.
We wanted to speak today about something very important that we rarely see this topic in discussion
Rarely,
generally.
we never see it.
And it's about the connection between twin flames and food. Because when we speak about twin flames, many times we just focus on the spiritual part, emotional, psychological, and stuff like this. And we forget that we live in these bodies and we have to take care of them.
Yep. It goes without notice, and it later on affects us in all kinds of ways, and then we start to blame it's the spiritual, or it's that, or it's this, and it's so obvious. Like, you don't need, you are not who you are anymore. That's it.
Now, for those who don't know us, we went vegan at the beginning of our twin flame journey for how many years? I don't
know, it's been
maybe 4.
Maybe 4.
And maybe before that we were already for a year and a half before that. So at least 5 years we were on the vegan diet. But later on we understood that any kind of specific strict diet like this, yes, it actually affects the same way.
I tried other things after the vegan diet, keto and whatever.
One meal a day we tried together.
One meal a day,
well.
Intermittent fasting, and we actually understood.
Dry fasting we did, water fasting with a little bit of fruit.
Lots of things.
All kind of stuff.
There's no holy grail which one is best. We understood that yes, there's ones better than others, but the end result is the same. They overwork the nervous system and many other things. We go out of whack. If it happens naturally, go ahead and be that person, but don't do it. If you have to do it, it means you're choosing something. The tribal people, they will do it. No, they will be it because there's no other choice. That's the only excuse. Otherwise, yeah.
I think that eating a lot of how you call these type of foods?
Processed?
A lot of processed and junk foods also have a similar effect.
Yes, they do.
Because you're not giving any nutrition to your body
eventually. Technically, you're on a diet because you're not eating. Your gut is not eating, even though you're eating. So it's almost like you're misleading yourself.
You're just stuffing yourself with calories, but no nutritional value there.
Because every single diet will tell you to stay away from processed food, but they will exaggerate your nervous system. So they're all the same.
Yeah. It's not that we don't eat now processed foods. We do eat a little bit from time to time, and we found our holy grail on how to eat. We are still working our way. We're still recovering because all this exhausted the nervous system so much. And in our observations, we are not an exception. Actually, there's many things out there that work exactly on exhausting the nervous system of the people. And I truly believe actually that a big majority of the people who are on the twin flame journey, they are really with exhausted adrenals, the so-called adrenal fatigue.
They're connected, the nervous system and the adrenals.
Exactly, and all this emotional suffering, especially things like going through the dark night of the soul and many other things. Yes, there is a spiritual essence in all this. But are you really, guys, taking care of the nutrition? And it's not just this. Because you might be taking the correct nutrition, but for one or another reason...
You might not be absorbing.
Exactly. And
the gut already suffered its consequences in your life before you decided to make a change. So now you have to fix first this and then the rest. we actually have deeper details and about our experience in our members' videos. We speak about this, and
We even mention certain foods and things that
yeah, we go more
avoid.
into detail because we
Yeah.
realize that that's it. You start a channel with a theme, a topic, and you stay with it. If you go change your path, people just stay away. So it's normal. So this channel is more about relationship, twin flames, and other things. Kundalini, higher self.
And we are saying all this by no means to judge anybody, but really to put our heads up because we were there.
Yes.
We still are there, and we know how painful it can be. You will be actually surprised how many of the emotions that you are experiencing are triggered by the foods you are taking or not taking.
Yeah, it's not a bulletproof thing that if you eat the correct food, you will be forever free from from emotions, from other things, from traumas. But the thing is that the food triggers them to come back, even if they are pretty much resolved. But there's just a little bit not, and it will exaggerate them, and you think you didn't work it out, and then
Exactly.
you are in a loop that you cannot come out.
There's many things actually that make emotions out of our feelings. Now the difference between the feeling and an emotion is that the emotion is the exaggerated feeling in its exaggerated form.
I like to hear this.
And many times there's actually no specific blockage, but just by doing something not the right way, like taking the wrong food, may trigger like a chain of emotions that you're like, where the heck did this come from? Like, you're not even aware of this existing, and maybe it really doesn't exist. Each case is very individual, and it has to be taken very specifically. Either
With a grain of salt.
by your gut or by a professional in this area, you know, as someone really experienced. I would say that we all already have quite a good experience in this matter. We just spoke today, for example, with one of our viewers for the third time, and it's really, you know, nice to see that someone is coming back to you. It really means that they are finding help. They're finding answers to their questions. Not that we are giving like 100% of the answers, but we are giving some guidelines or a different perspective. And food is really something to be taken care of. There's also something else when we speak about food. There's many things that are promoted like healthy, but they really aren't.
Yes, they might be helping.
You are very good in this because you know much more than me.
Well, I just cannot go deep. Like I said, this channel is not for food, but I can just give a few examples that some foods are really indeed good for you and they help you in many ways, but they come with an exchange of taking something away from you as well. For example, I'm not gonna say like everything that happens with a certain food, but for example, when you take supplements, it's also food. People use it as like a replacement for other things. It will help you, it will give you energy or whatever, but in the long run, your body gets addicted to these things, and you actually like lie to yourself that you're giving the correct things to you, but at the end of the day, you're not getting anything. For example, a B vitamin complex. I'm just gonna make like one example. It's not a complex. There's the real complex is probably 20 times more than this, and just that nobody tells you. So it's like this. You have to make your own research and stuff.
Yeah, we really read a lot about that. We experimented. We literally tried pretty much anything that exists on this earth in terms of diet, and we really understood that nutrition is something very important overall. Because if you don't have a healthy nervous system, it all starts from there, guys. You will get any kind of symptoms after all, and we think that many times that, oh, I got this, but we're not connecting that if you have something else that they are related. They look very different, for example, but the one may be the cause for the other, or they might be just symptoms of something totally different, much deeper, that we don't see on the surface.
For example, one of the most important, most powerful tools between twin flames that I have figured out, and with Patty as well, is we have an antenna. I have spoken maybe 1 or 2 times in this channel about this antenna. This antenna is almost like where the telepathy originates, but it vibrates the best with your half, with the only person on earth that can really understand you and knows who you are. And this antenna, I'm pretty sure it is very, very, very connected with the nervous system, or maybe they are one and the same. And if your nervous system is kaput, meaning it's not okay, it's upside down, you are gonna have humongous issues to be able to understand and communicate with the people around you, and most importantly with your partner. So it's like a missing link will be hanging like this.
We have to be very much aware that most of the foods that we are buying nowadays, some of them are GMO, others are at least artificially hybridized, because artificial hybrid is totally different than natural hybrid. Natural hybrids happen all the time in nature. We try to grow some of our foods. We are experimenting on this level as well. We may show you a little bit next year, we'll see, because we are gonna do something totally different, another experiment. But yes, there's nothing better than if you have the chance to grow at least a little bit of your food, because you know what you're putting in your soil, you know what you're treating it with, and what nutrition you're giving to your plants and animals, of course. What we buy commercially, no one really knows what is the nutritional value. We go and read online, let's say 100 grams of carrots has this and that, but do the carrots that we buy in the supermarket really have this? Or do the carrots in my garden, maybe they have even more than what is written out there? Nobody knows that.
So it's like we are technically reading bogus books and facts. We just have to use our gut, our intuition, and everything comes into place. With how much we need, when we need, shall we eat different, shall we do that, and everything will stabilize.
There's many factors a part of this matrix that are benefiting for the twin flame separation, and not only for everything that is happening worldwide right now.
I like that you are like doing this.
And food is one of them. That's just one tool that is being used, but there's even more now out there.
So like we said, check us out when in the members, because we speak much more about these things.
Yes.
And it will be nice to see you there as well.
See you there.
Ciao, ciao.
Ciao.